You have to try. Don't be afraid.
Solo MIO, Matt Taylor, is a teacher at a school, and he is about to get married in Rome, Italy. For months, he has carefully prepared every detail of his wedding with Heather, the woman he loves.
You marry me?
Imagining that this trip would mark the beginning of a new life together. However, on the day of the wedding, something happens that he never could have imagined. Heather does not arrive at the ceremony. Instead, Matt manages to read a letter written by her. In that note, Heather explains that she cannot get married, that she feels Matt deserves someone better than her, and that she does not want to ruin his future with her own doubts. The news leaves Matt completely devastated. Even though the words seem final, he cannot accept them easily. He knows Heather and feels that behind that decision, there is something more, something he needs to understand. Convinced that he cannot leave things this way, he decides to go after her. In the middle of the confusion, he takes the first flight thinking that maybe she has returned home. But after looking into it a little more, he discovers that Heather is still in Italy. After getting off the plane, he arrives at the hotel where he had reserved the honeymoon. Still affected by what happened, he tries to change the reservation date.
I'm just gonna need to move some things around with my reservation,
with the hope of reorganizing his plans, or at least gaining some time. However, the hotel staff explains that they cannot modify the date or make refunds. Instead, the employee suggests something simple. Since everything is already paid for, he should try to enjoy the trip. The next day, he goes out to walk through the streets of Rome, trying to clear his mind. While he walks, distracted, some children approach while playing, and in the middle of the confusion, one of them manages to steal his wallet. Matt barely realizes what happened until a young woman runs after the kids and manages to recover it. The young woman is named Gia, and she works at that cafe. With a kind smile, she returns the wallet to him, treats him kindly, offers him something to drink, and wishes him a good vacation, reminding him that he is in Rome. That small conversation manages to relax Matt a little, something he had not felt since the trip began. Later, he decides to continue with the tour he had originally paid for his honeymoon. One of the activities consists of riding a bicycle through the city, but the bicycle assigned to him is designed for 2 people. Even so, he decides to ride it alone. Around him, all the other bicycles are occupied by couples who talk, laugh, and enjoy the ride. The scene is almost ironic, but Matt tries to focus on the tour and on the beauty of the city, although deep down he is still thinking about his fiancée. While trying to have dinner in an environment designed for couples, he meets Jules.
You on that honeymoon package?
A man who realizes that he is alone and asks what happened. Matt briefly tells him his story, and Jules, with a gesture of empathy, tries to cheer him up. After talking for a while, Jules invites him to a small party where some acquaintances are gathering. At the party, he meets Claudia. The conversation revolves around life as a couple, anecdotes, everyday arguments, and small problems that every relationship faces. Even so, Matt begins to feel uncomfortable. To clear his mind, he gets up and goes to the bar to drink some beers. There he meets Claudia again, a woman who has clearly had too much to drink and who begins talking to him with complete confidence. Claudia decides to accompany him for a while, which causes some of the couples present to misunderstand the situation.
Definitely his fault. Look at him.
Matt tries to avoid Claudia and keep some distance, but the situation becomes uncomfortable. In the middle of everything, he runs into Gia again, who has also arrived at the place and notices his presence. Their eyes meet for a moment, but when Claudia returns to his side, Gia decides to get up and leave. Later, Matt and Claudia leave the bar quite drunk. During the walk, he confesses what happened with his fiancée and how difficult it has been to accept that breakup. After that brief conversation, Matt decides to say goodbye and return alone to his hotel. That night, he calls Heather and leaves several voice messages telling her that he misses her. However, she never gets to see those messages. The next morning, with a strong hangover, Matt returns to the cafe where Gia works. Gia recognizes him immediately, and noticing his condition, she prepares a homemade remedy to relieve his headache.
In italiano si dice richiamino.
While talking with him and moved by curiosity, she asks if the woman she saw him with the night before is his wife. Matt explains that she is nothing to him and that he is actually completely alone in Italy. After finishing his drink, Matt goes out again with his bicycle to ride around the city. Meanwhile, Gia receives a visit from the owner of the place where she works. The presence of that man makes her quite uncomfortable, so she decides to step outside for a moment. When she sees Matt passing by with the bicycle for 2 people, she jumps onto the empty seat without thinking too much. Together, they end up going to eat at a nearby restaurant where they talk calmly and begin to get to know each other better. Matt tells her that he is an art teacher.
I'm an art teacher. I teach art.
And that he has always liked drawing. Gia, with curiosity, asks him to draw her portrait, but he refuses with a bit of shyness. Finally, another person takes a picture of them together to remember the moment. The day ends, and Matt returns to the hotel. There his friends ask what happened with the girl from the cafe. He explains that they only talked and that nothing happened because he still misses Heather. His friends try to cheer him up and tell him that he should stop thinking about the past, sell some of the wedding gifts and go out to have fun. Following that advice, they go out partying and decide to invite Gia. The night fills with music. After the party, Matt and Gia walk through the quiet streets of Rome until they arrive at the cafe. There she prepares something warm for him, and both of them talk with more sincerity. Gia tells him that she recently ended the longest relationship of her life. Matt confesses that he has also just ended an important relationship. The next day, Gia invites Matt to an outing at her parents' house, but without her expecting it, some of Matt's friends also appear along with their partners. The gathering becomes an afternoon full of games, food, and a lot of joy. Later, the owner of the cafe appears. Gia explains that this man is the owner of the cafe where she works, and that is why his presence makes her uncomfortable. During dinner, an interesting conversation arises about a horse race, where the owner proposes to bet the fate of the cafe. If Gia wins the race, he will sell her the cafe.
Say Mystico wins tomorrow, you sell me the building.
But if she loses, he will only renew her contract. After the evening, when everyone begins to leave, Gia and Matt talk alone. Gia asks him to accompany her to the race. At that moment, Matt feels that he can no longer hide the truth, and he confesses that he was about to get married before arriving in Rome. To prove it, he shows her the letter Heather left him. The news hits Gia hard. Devastated, she says she is sorry and decides to leave without saying anything else. That night, the silence between them weighs more than any words. The next day, during the horse race, Gia tries to focus on what is happening around her, but her mind is far away from there. Even though people shout, celebrate, and comment on every movement of the horses on the track, she barely listens. Her thoughts are occupied by Matt. Meanwhile, Matt leaves the hotel earlier than expected, but at that moment, something unexpected happens. He runs into Heather again. For a moment, neither of them knows what to say, but finally Heather breaks the silence.
How are you?
With a sincere tone, she apologizes for leaving on the wedding day without explaining anything face to face. Heather confesses that she was afraid and that she thought the best way to protect him was by walking away. Then she mentions the letter she left him, explaining that she wrote it in a cafe in Rome where someone helped her write it because at that moment she could not find the right words. When he hears that Matt remembers Gia, that revelation changes everything inside him. In that moment, he understands that life, in a strange way, had led him to that cafe for a reason. He realizes that thanks to Gia, he not only recovered his wallet on the first day, but also something much more important, the ability to believe in love again. With that certainty in his heart, Matt makes a decision. He does not stay any longer at the hotel, and he does not continue the conversation with Heather. He rushes out and gets a motorcycle to cross the city as fast as possible. His destination is the cafe. When he arrives, Gia feels the same as he does. Matt, having the tickets to see Edward Christopher Sheeran, known as Ed Sheeran, invites her.
Come with me, please.
While the music plays in the distance and the night lights up the city, Matt declares his love to her, and this time his wedding has no excuses. Gia is the woman he decides to marry. Ending in this way, solo mio. If you liked the video, do not forget to leave your like and comment.